I've been following the Darrell Brooks trial, and the verdict is in. I want to talk about it a little bit. What's up, blind viewers? How you guys doing today? All right, the Darrell Brooks case. Anybody who doesn't know Darrell Brooks, he is the guy from the Kenosha, the parade, the guy that ran through the parade after assaulting his wife, girlfriend, whatever, but all that, and killed a whole bunch of people, injured a whole bunch of other ones. Yeah, the trial was, it was something. But I've been following it, and today the verdict was in, and he is guilty on all counts. 75, 76 count. I forget. I think it's 75. There was some debate, 75, 76. But anyway, the verdict is in. He is guilty on all counts. Monday is set for some scheduling, not to do anything, but just to schedule for sentencing and to get people together and everything. So that's what's going on there. Darrell Brooks, the Wisconsin parade, Christmas holiday parade massacre, I guess you could say. Yes, that trial is now in the books, all but. Now, I just want to say that the judge, the judge and the prosecution, for that matter, very, very patient through this whole ordeal. And the judge, I think she is a saint. So, Brooks, he let his attorneys go. He dismissed them and decided he was going to represent himself because, well, one thing is he is a sovereign citizen and he doesn't have to abide by any rules because nobody has jurisdiction over him and this whole thing. Yeah, he's a mess. He's a nutcase anyway. The whole thing was, all he did was he interrupted, he disrupted, he stalled, he was disrespectful. And I mean, he was clueless. He didn't know what he was doing. But he got rid of everybody, so, he put it upon himself. And we all know that there's, just like in everything, there's SOPs, standard operating procedures. The court is supposed to go boom, 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 run in a timely manner. There's procedures you have to follow. If there's objections, the judge either sustains, overrules, and all that, basic stuff. Well, this was all interrupted because we have some guy who claims to be a sovereign citizen and wanted to represent himself and doesn't know anything. My opinion is this was all just to stall because he gets the boxes and boxes of stuff that his lawyers all prepared. So he gets to do that. He gets to go back to his cell. He gets time to go to the library. He gets time to do all this stuff. So while he is in jail, he gets time out of his cell and he gets time out of jail to be at court. So the more he argues and disrupts and causes chaos and stretches this thing out, the longer he's not in jail. Because let's face it, he knows he's gone away for a long time. So he's just stalling. Now the jury, oh man, those poor folks, they must have put on 20 miles because Brooks was interrupting constantly. So the judge had to dismiss the jury while he was on his little rant and going off. And this went on for hours. And then they should bring the jury back in. They were only there for a little while. And then boom, they had to go back out because he was disruptive once again. And again, I said the judge was a saint because she wanted to make sure, one, that she followed the letter of the law. So when, not if, when he takes this to appeal, everything's on record, and she did exactly what she had to do above and beyond, so none of this stuff can be overturned. Very smart lady, very patient lady, quite attractive young lady too, as I might add. But it was she took her time with everything. She explained stuff that she didn't need to explain, and she just let him go on sometimes for way too long, in my opinion, far too long, because he was beating a dead horse constantly. It was the same thing. I object to this. I object to that. What is your jurisdiction? You don't have jurisdiction. I need proof of your jurisdiction. This prosecutor, I want proof that they have jurisdiction over this and that they have authority to this and that. And I want proof and I want this. And every time they would call him Darrell Brooks, I object to that. I do not go by that name. Well, what do you want me to call you? Hey, you murderer. Hey, you dude. Hey, you over there. You convict. What the hell are you supposed to call this dude? What, you change your name? Oh, is this like pronouns now? You can be whatever the fuck you want any time of the day? Yeah, it was driving me insane. So I could imagine what the jurors were thinking, in and out, up and down, running back and forth. And even the judge said they have to go around, out of this door, around behind me, a hallway behind me, down to this jury room. And then I got to parade them back. And they were going back and forth. I mean, they definitely got their exercise in. If they thought they were going to go in a courtroom and sit on their asses all day, that's not what happened. They were jogging around the courthouse all day long because of this nutcase. Now, the judge would put up with his tantrums for a while, and then she would have him removed to a different courtroom. And then he was on, like closed circuit TV. He was like a Zoom call. That way he couldn't disrupt the courtroom, and she could mute him. And there was lots of times where he would sit there and you'd just see him, and she would mute him, and he would go on. He even took his shirt off a couple times. There was one point he built a little fort with the little boxes in front of him so the camera couldn't see him, and he played like a little child. I mean, it was nuts. The whole thing was it was so crazy. And even the prosecutors, they were very patient. And I know everybody that has the legal minds, and we're going, okay, I don't know why we're putting up this shit, but I guess we have to, because again, we don't want this getting thrown out or anything getting dismissed or tossed because, oh, well, his rights were violated, or he didn't know, or this or that. No, it went on and on and on. Again, he was beating a dead horse every time. He just kept saying the same thing, same stupid objections and arguing. And he didn't know what he was talking about because he didn't know law, because he got rid of his attorneys. Would a lawyer have helped? I don't think so. It might have helped a little bit. I mean, if someone could have argued a couple things, maybe he wouldn't have been found guilty on 75 or 76 charges. Maybe something could have happened, but no, he had to be a bonehead. All because of this sovereign citizen bullshit. Well, here's what I think about that too. I want to talk about that just a little bit. Sovereign citizens. I watch these videos every once in a while. They pop up. Oh, I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Therefore, I don't need a license. I don't need a registration. I don't need insurance. I don't need any of that because I'm traveling. I'm a traveler. I'm free to travel. Only drivers get paid, and I'm not getting paid. I'm not transporting goods or people for payment. So therefore, I am not a driver. I don't need these things. I'm a traveler. Well, guess what? We all do it. We all follow rules. You're not special. If you don't want to be a citizen of this country or any other ones, well, then go away. How about we try to send you, why don't we send you to, like, I don't know, some other country like Iran or one of those places like that, Russia, something like that. And then you can go, when the cops pull up to you and say, hey, we want to see this. And you go, no, I'm a traveler. I'm not bang. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Why did you shoot him? What? They don't have to. They don't care. They're not going to put up your nonsense like these morons here in the United States do. No. Try to get away with that shit anywhere else. No, we put up that bullshit. Why? I say, Elon, this is what we need. Anybody that says, I'm a sovereign citizen and I don't want to obey by the rules, shoot them off into fucking space. Let them be a sovereign citizen up there floating around. We don't care. It's dumb. Everybody follows the rules. There's rules for a reason. Deal with it. You don't have authority or jurisdiction over me. Yeah, we do. And if nobody does, guess what? How about we come beat you about the head and shoulders? Don't worry, the cops ain't going to come because they don't have any jurisdiction over me either. How about that, dickhead? Just knock it off. This lunatic drives over and kills all these people because he's some kind of nut job. Oh, I object to the vehicle being in evidence. Well, the vehicle is in evidence because that's what you used. That was the weapon that you used to destroy people's lives. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Oh, the rules don't apply to me because I'm a sovereign citizen. No, guess what, pal? You're going away for a long, long time. I can foresee, I don't know, a whole lot of life sentences stacked on top of life sentences on top of life sentences. So I don't see you getting out anytime soon. And again, even if you do take this to appeal, it ain't going nowhere because this judge, she was impeccable. She put up with your nonsense and she went by the law. She went above and beyond, and she made sure that your silly ass couldn't do anything dumb afterwards. I applaud, everybody involved. And you don't have to agree with me, but this is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.